pear slug. It's a slimy little thing.
That black thing on the top.
Can you
Wow.
and see how they suck holes in the leaves?
Yes.
And then the leaves drop off, and then that drops all its fruit.
Wow.
Have to spray. So we're very slippery and slimy, and there'll be plenty of hip wiggling because we're going to slip and slide around the leaf,
Yes.
and then we're going to chomp on the leaf, and then we're going to wiggle because the slug just wiggles. So there's lots of going to be hip movement. So
Great. So I can see hip, the wiggle, and then there's the chop, and then there's the slippery, slimy slope, or the floor pattern. Oh, you're onto it, Peter. That's it.
they're very slippery and slimy. They're not nice things at all. So
Right. Can you
anyway, this is what's happening in our garden, and I thought it was topical. So
Absolutely. Yeah. Can we have a look at that a little bit more?
so
Just put it close.
There's one on the back.
Is-
too,
now
have you got him? I'll put the green
Can
light. Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
You hold it there.
Yeah.
so they're very slow and almost slothful, but you can see how much damage that one has done to one leaf. And,
And they're horrible.
and they, imagine that leaf, how much photosynthesis it's lost.
Wow. That's
So-
incredible. So
There's a new
the bug is, or the slug is actually,
one starting.
oh, goodness me.
Just, I don't know.
There, look, I haven't looked
Yeah,
up the
see the little patch that is eaten?
Yeah.
looked up the genus.
That's
They're
just
not
one
actually
slug. Yeah.
they're not actually a slug, but that's just their common name.
That's the back. They get right through.
Wow.
And
Yeah.
so they're not, when they're fully grown adults, they're about half a centimetre long.
Wow.
And they
And
get
so what's the animal that lays the eggs there? Is it a moth, a butterfly? What sort of insect?
I'll take that on notice and I'll let you know next week.
Good on you. Yeah, because the eggs must be laid on the leaf of.
Yes,
I
it
imagine.
must pupate into something that flies, I think.
Yeah.
Pupae, that's it. That's the word I was looking for. Yeah, pupae, and then it would transform itself, wouldn't it, into one of those little sort of slug black things.
Yeah.
So yeah, how fascinating. I haven't seen them in my garden, and I wonder why that is. I obviously don't have the same plants as you.
They majorly attack pears and cherries.
Mm.
Rarely do they get on apples or stone fruit.
Right, so it wouldn't attack a native
Oh, no.
It's only
shrub or tree. Okay, so it goes for the fruit trees.
Fruit trees, yeah.
horrible creatures.
And so I wonder what their purpose is in the circle of life. Would they be food?
They are to drive gardeners and orchardists insane. That's the only purpose they were put on here, just to make life miserable for gardeners.
Oh, dear me. There must be some native species that loves eating them, surely.
Yes, but it's introduced and the native species are back in Europe.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
Oh, those introduced animals and plants and shrubs. Gosh, they're annoying, aren't they? Oh,
hello, Rosemary.
Oh, hello. Oh, hello, Peter. How are you? Good shot.
fantastic. Good to see you, Rosemary.
It is good.
Yes, I'm a bit late, but
That's all right. We're just chatting.
Yeah,
yes,
better
I
late
thought
than
you'd
never.
probably be chatting. I had a visitor, so she's just gone.
Fair enough. Well, Peter, can you hold your leaf up again? Because Rosemary would love to see what your inspiration is. And I wonder if you could do your 3 gestures.
Rosemary, I'm being a pest this week.
Oh, yes.
Cherry slug on my pears and
To the green light. Yeah. The green light at the top. Yeah.
lemon tree. So am I close enough for you to see the slimy?
Yes, I can see them. Yes, I've got
Yeah.
something eating one
And all
of my.
holes in the leaves.
So now, because it's slimy and slippery, our actions will be lots of hip wiggles.
Yeah.
And then as it's chewing, lots of chopping. And some more wiggles to get the hips going.
You're very good after your operation.
Isn't he great?
I'm coming good. I'm not as remarkably good as Helen says, but
Oh, well, you
I'm
are,
progressing. So,
considering post-op, yes.
and remember, I'm a self-confessed wuss. So,
Well,
anyway,
that's pretty
ladies,
good.
it'll be an operation you never have to have, ladies.
Ah, lucky
No, it's
us.
good.
We'll have others, don't worry.
Yes, yes, I think.
How's your recovery, Rosemary?
Oh, well, it's going well. I went back for a checkup and
So,
I haven't
so
really
we've got Peter's movements, which were the slug, slippery, slimy floor pattern, and then the chomping of the leaf, and then, of course, his hip wiggle worm movement. Yeah, cool. So we've got three great gestures coming from Pete. What about you, Helen? Did you find something?
all I was doing was I've been baking biscuits.
Oh, wow. Yum.
Yeah, they are yum. So I thought something like putting all the ingredients in and then stirring it with both hands. Then it was putting them in spoonfuls onto the tray and then putting the tray into the oven, which is
Right.
leaning forward and back.
Right. So lots of really good repetition there. So the first one was putting the ingredients in.
Yes, ingredients into the bowl.
Right. And then it was about stirring.
Yes.
Yeah. So you could stir with one hand.
And
You could stir the other way with the other hand. Great.
And then
And
putting them into spoonfuls on the tray.
good. So making sure we're using both
Both
hands,
hands.
alternating on the tray, and
Picking up the tray and leaning forward into the oven.
yeah, good. Oh, I like that. And then we can take it out.
Yes.
Oh, you're clever. Let's just have a look at that beautiful, what's it called? One of those butter biscuits or something?
Yeah, it's just they call them golden syrup biscuits.
Oh, wow.
They've only got four ingredients and they're so easy.
No, at least you know what the ingredients are that you're
Yes.
putting.
Yeah, I like to cook what's easy
Yeah, yeah, and nice and tasty.
and tasty too. Yes.
Yum, yum. Great. So we've got slippery slugs, and then we've got
Biscuits.
butter biscuits. Yeah.
Butter biscuits. Yes. There it is. They're 125 grams of butter, so they'll be butter biscuits.
Butter biscuits, beautiful.
Mhm.
And what about you, Rosemary? Have you found
well,
something
I've
today?
got a slippery slug too. I could go out and get it for you if you like.
Oh yeah,
You
go
can-
and get a
you can
slippery slug.
Talk out and I'll show you. So,
Fantastic. We're going outside with Rosemary.
all right, I'll leave you inside.
Oh, okay. You'll leave us inside. Maybe I can. Maybe it's time for me to do something. What have I got? I'm just finding the nearest thing possible. I've got a box of tissues, and let's see what I can do with this box of tissues. So I like the action of this,
Yes.
and that could be interesting. And all right, so the gesture would be, here's my tissue box, and I'm going to pull out the tissues, and then I'll wipe my nose and blow my nose. There you go. So easy to create a dance. I could do it on the other side. Here's my box. I'm pulling out my tissues. I'm wiping my nose, making it larger than life, because in dance we have to exaggerate the gestures and repeat them. Yeah. And then blowing my nose. Great. I don't even have a cold. Do you know, I'm going to boast now, but I have not had a cold for about 3 years. Isn't that great?
Oh, very good.
Yes, I think so too. I've worked very hard at building up my immune system.
Woo.
Thank goodness, especially with COVID. Okay, Rosemary's back.
Well, now I'm not sure how I'm going to do this, but anyway,
Well, we'll help you, don't worry.
no, it's gone on some silly thing. How do I get them into? Oh, this is me here.
Yeah, okay, so at the moment we can see your face, Rosemary. That's what's facing the camera. Oh, there you are. Yep. Okay, we can see.
Oh, that's a big hole. Mm.
Yes.
Yes, I told you. It was nothing.
That looks like a big animal's just taking a big chomp out of it.
Well, it's eaten the whole leaf down,
Yes.
Goodness.
and then it's also eaten this one here. Look at it, Robert. How do I get into it now, Robbie?
Oh. Wow, it's a journey. Fantastic. So is this creature small or is it big?
I haven't seen it.
Right. Because it looks like it's sort of gone around and around and around like a hungry caterpillar.
Well, it's eaten this hippiastrum here.
Hippiastrum. What a great name. I have a hippiastrum. Oh, I love that. Oh, wow.
Oh.
It's eaten it.
Yes. Oh, it's really had a good munch, hasn't it?
How inconsiderate of it.
Yes, extremely.
Yes, because it was a beautiful bloom.
Oh, it would have been. Yeah.
Is that an indoor plant, Rosemary?
No, it's an outdoor plant.
Okay, hippiastrum. Wow, it's a great name.
Good word, isn't it?
Yes. So,
Right, so there you are. There's my slippery snail.
yep, okay. So we've got a beast that's eating Rosemary's beautiful hippiastrium. And we don't know if it's a big beast or a small one, but it could
I
be.
think it's reasonably, it's only eaten those two things. Now, my thing's going to run out of power too.
Oh, okay.
So I'll have to put it on. You'll have to miss me for a while and I'll try and get on again. I'll have to
Back
put
on again. Sounds fine. Well, let's think about some of the features on the hippiastrum. So there was a big hole.
Like a big hole, isn't it?
Yeah. So you could do the contour, or you could do the shape of it, like what Helen's doing,
Yeah.
or you could do the energetic action, which would be big hole, big hole. Yes. So we could do a big hole like this, the contour, or the shape of it, or it could be like, wow, yeah, that suddenly there's a hole in the plant. And I don't know, I get this feeling that, you know, the creature's constantly doing this.
Yes, yes.
I don't think it's gone like that, but it's constantly doing this and slowly and consistently, and you don't even know it's there. Yes.
We'd have to come out at night.
It'd have to come out at night. Okay, so let's say it'll come out at night time and it's doing this. Yeah. Well, we've already got a lot of gestures for you, Rosemary. The first one is the hole. So there's the big hole that it creates. We could do one on each side of the body. And then 2 arms up to show the shape of the hole. And then suddenly the hole is there. This is the energy of the movement. Yeah, so your hand goes out. Suddenly there's a hole there, or 2 hands out. And then we could come out at night time like the creature. Suddenly or slowly and consistently, surreptitiously eat away that beautiful hippiastrum. Is that how you pronounce it?
Hippiastrum.
Hippiastrum. I love how it's called hippiastrum.
I can never spell it. When I find in a crossword, I can never spell it correctly.
Yeah. How do you spell it, Peter?
I don't know. Ask the
Hippeastrium.
Beestrum.
Hippeastriam. I don't know. Peter's looking it up.
I haven't got the right book.
He's got the diseases book.
So
That
just
could be your homework, Peter.
just very, very quickly, I've got
yeah.
on the homework. The parent cherry slug is an insect because the larvae are very black and green and slimy. They feed on the upper surface of the leaves, and when the larvae have eaten enough, they drop to the ground and dig their way into the soil, where they later pupae, and the female adults come to the surface and lay the eggs on the leaves.
Wow.
Adults look like, are they crawling?
Oh, the adults is a glossy black sawfly, which is about 8 millimeters long.
Oh, so it is a sawfly. Okay.
Plants affected hawthorns, crabapples, apples, quinces, both fruit-bearing and flowering, pears, cherries and plums.
Okay, so anything that's not an Australian native, basically. Yeah. Wow, how fascinating. Well,
Yeah.
I think we might put some the most beautiful waltz music on. This is the title that I've got of the music, and it's a compilation of lots of different types of waltzes. It's called Music on Cloud 9. Let's see if we can get our gestures happening. So we'll start with Peter, maybe. Let's have a listen. Can you hear that? Yeah. Let's start with Peter's slimy. Chopping. Good. And then he did a wiggle with his hips. Well, that works well. Lovely. So we had slimy. Chopping. And wriggling. Then we have Helen. Ingredients in stirring the pot, let's go the other way. Putting them on the tray. On the tray. In the oven. Good. And rosemary. Beautiful. Lovely. Now, what I want you to do is see if you can try to remember your own. Okay. So Peter and Helen, you might work with each other just to help each other to remember. And Rosemary and I will. Did I choose one? I can't even remember myself.
No.
The tissues?
Oh, that's what it was. Yeah. I better remember my own. So if Peter and Helen, you work with each other, help each other to remember, and Rosemary and I will work with each other. Okay.
Jackie, I feel as though we're in a 16th century concert hall in Salisbury with Andre Rieu conducting, playing all Strauss.
Fantastic.
Gorgeous music.
We will be exactly that, Peter.
But we're not. We should be in our finery. We're not sort of t-shirts.
Oh, we are.
That's all right. We could go in costume, but we might do that on another month. Okay, I'm going to mute the two of you, so feel free to talk as loudly as you want, but you'll just have to ignore Rosemary and I. Okay, so here we go, Rosemary. Better do mine first. So Peter and Helen, you go and work with each other to help each other remember. Here we go, Rosemary. So I had a box, a tissue box, and I was taking the tissues out. And I did it on the other side. So taking the tissues out of the box. Good. And then I wiped my nose. Then I actually blew my nose. So I put the tissue around my face like this. Yeah, great. Lovely. So let's try that one more time, Rosemary, and then we'll do yours. So we've got the tissue box and taking the tissues out. So pull and pull. So we close the fingers and open the fingers. Great. And then there was dabbing my nose. And then there was blowing my nose. Great. Lovely. Rosemary, can you remember any of yours? I'll help you if you like, but I'm interested.
One had the hole being eaten, big hole.
Yeah, that's it. Big hole being eaten. And you can do it on both sides of the body. Great. And then I think Helen added in the shape of the hole with her arms up like this. Great. And then I added in, you know, a big munch around the hole. And then you told us how it must come out at night and creep. Yeah. Good. Quite a fascinating creature, isn't it? I love watching Peter and Helen. We can't hear them, but they're doing great movement. Okay. Good-o. So, Rosemary, we're going to watch Peter and Helen, and then they're going to watch us. All right. Great. So, whenever you two are ready. Oh, yes, I like how Peter just bowed to you, Helen.
Oh,
Lovely. Oh, yes. It's always good to finish off the dance, isn't it? So, let's have a go. Rosemary and I are going to show you ours. So, it started off with mine, and then which was the tissue box, and then we go into Rosemary's, which is all about this mystery beast. Are you ready, Rosemary? And rosemary's. Great. Thank you, Rosemary. Peter and Helen, your turn. Wow. Beautiful. Okay, so Peter and Helen, your turn to follow us. Ready? Yep. Yes. Okay, your turn now, Helen and Peter, and we'll follow you. Wow. Oh, that was beautiful. I don't think a dance has ever been created to Ada Wise in that fashion ever before. Fabulous.
The music's very creative. It just leads you to
Yeah,
the
it's good.
movement.
To the flowing movements. Yeah.
It's good. And you know, because you've choreographed the movement yourself, you've remembered it. And then you can put your own feeling into it. So I really loved how, you know, you don't actually do this with a tray, do you? You actually grab it and then you put it in. But I like how your hands became the tray. And you also did the action of putting in the tray, but then you developed it even further and you did it on a diagonal. And then you abstracted it even further and changed diagonals. So this is where I just love how people's creativity it's endless, absolutely endless. So I loved how you did that. And you did it as a duet. Fantastic. Mm. Was there anything in your dance that you did that you particularly enjoyed that felt good?
I like the grub bit where I get right up to the top because I need to do some stretching, and that's really.
Yeah.
So when you say enjoy, I just really felt good to be doing it.
Yes, great. Yes. So it's the action of reaching up and then also being down in your hips.
Yes.
Yeah, it's the counterbalance of it. That's so good. Yeah. And that's your body saying to you, okay, now I need to get up and do more. Good, because your body is ready for it. Mm.
Had a week off.
Yeah, great. And Rosemary, I like how in your movement we do this little fine dexterous movement like this because it's not easy to do this quick vibratory action. Yeah. And Rosemary does it really well. Look how she's doing it very fast, opening and closing. It's like it's fluttering, isn't it? Yeah, great. Fantastic. Was there a movement that you enjoyed, Rosemary, at all besides this one?
I just like the music.
Isn't it great? And you know, the music has this feeling of, you know, taking you away somewhere on a
Yeah,
journey.
that's right. Yes, that's very true, isn't it?
Beautiful.
I'm going to have to go. I've got,
Okay.
so at least I've had a bit of you.
Yeah, great. Well, good to see you, Rosemary, looking really well.
Pretty good. See you next
Okay.
week.
See
Bye.
you next week. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye. Oh, that's great that Rosemary joined us.
Yes.
Okay, so what we need to do is a little bit more stretching and then we will get up and do a waltz. So Peter and Helen, what we'll do is our usual, you know, feelings of the circle, big circle with the shoulders and then hands on the shoulders in a big circle with our elbows. So we try and get the elbows close together all the way up, drop the shoulders down, elbows down to the earth, good. And then we stretch all the way up and out and down and up and down, that's it, good. And then we reach up and we reach up out of our waist, good. Now, if you can, try and have your knees together because that makes you engage your abdominals a little bit more. Good. And then the hands reach up and go all the way out like a beautiful eagle. Lovely. Lots of air under the arms. We're going to take a breath in and then we spiral. So get your sitting bones down into the chair, drop your shoulders, put one hand on your knee And you can spiral all the way around with your head. And then big, deep breath in, air under the arms, and then swooping across to the other side. Lovely. So you're really getting that spiral in your lower back, sitting up nice and high. Big, deep breath in. Lovely. Good. And we drop the arms, and then everything goes forwards. Big circle with the shoulders forwards, and feel the backs of your shoulders stretching. Lovely. Fingertips to shoulders. Take the elbows back, up and together, down, back, up, together, down. Unfold the hands down to the earth, then up, all the way up and down. And so as they go down and back, feel your chest starting to stretch here. Lovely. And then all the way up, forwards and down, and then heading down to the earth like tree roots. But as you do that, make sure your navel, you've really got that nice and strong and connected to your spine. Good. So that supports your lower back. You engage your abdominals. Lovely. And we take the arms out to the side again. And big deep breath in, breathe out. And hand on your knee. Spiraling all the way from the top of your head down to your lower back. Big deep breath in. Swoop the arms, breathing out to the other side. Hand on your knee. Spiraling all the way around. And you might use the chair to help you as well. Coming back to center and down. Good. Okay, so let's try that with some lovely waltzing music. Lovely. Big deep breath. toes. Good. Good. And sliding the foot into the floor. That's it. Sliding it out and sliding back in. Reaching out. Good. Sliding forwards. Let's change. Change legs. Lovely. So let's start to walk around our chair. And I want you to walk around your chair, leading with your toes. Change sides. Leading with your toe. Good. And you might speed it up a bit. And change sides. So Helen and Peter, I think you know how to waltz already, but let's look at it a little bit more technically, yeah? So with the waltz, we've got a down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down. So there's an emphasis on count one, and that downward beat needs you to bend your knee. So before you bend your knee, you have to think that the movement starts at the hip. So in order to bend at the knee, you actually need to start at the hip. So you have to transfer your weight to the other foot, lift the leg up this time, and then put your weight onto it. There's a lot of things going on all at once. So let's just practice shifting our weight from side to side. And you've already practiced stepping toe, ball, heel around the chair. So now just practice toe, ball, heel, bending the knee over the toe. That's it. From one foot to the other. Now what makes this the waltz is the timing, yes? So the timing ends up going 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, down, up, down. Okay, so that upward beat is what's tricky. So let's try it first. Lift the leg up. Then you have to rise onto the support leg to go down. Yep, so that's count one. That's all happening in count one. Now, up, down means that your heel is already up. Put your weight onto the ball of your foot and then shift your weight back down on the support leg. So let's just try up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Good. So my weight isn't, my heel isn't going down. It's still on the ball of the foot, which puts a lot of strength into your hip. Yep. Good. So let's try that again. You lift up your working leg, you're standing on your support leg, and this is count 1. Place it down, and then the ball of the foot up, down, which leaves you to go on to the other side. Down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down. So there's a lot of strengthening here needed in your ankle. Down, here's where the strength is. Put your weight into the ball of the foot, rise and drop. Down, up, rise and drop down again. Down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down. Good. So when we get that flow, that happens with the music. Once you've got that timing, you can take that anywhere in the dance. Let's put some music on. We'll just have a little waltz. Let's go slow. Faster. Let's go slow. Down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down. Good. Let's just go a little bit faster. Down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, down, down. Good. This is a definite beat. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Here we go. Beautiful. So now what we have to do is put our gestures of our dance into our waltz pattern. So we might start with Peter's movement of the slug. That works very nicely with the waltz. So this would be 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Yeah. And then the chopping action, you know, you don't have to waltz on every beat either. To change to the chopping action, you might stop waltzing and bend the knees, and that's all you're doing. Yeah. And then for the next part, instead of doing the waltz, you might just use your hips. You know how you had your hips in it, Peter? Good. So it might start off with the slippery slug, doing the waltz pattern with the feet, and then chomping on that leaf, and then it went into the hip movement. And same with Helen, you know, you might be, okay, we're going to put the mixture in the bowl, and we might do the waltz there. And then when you're stirring the pot, you might stop waltzing and then just concentrate on your feet being still and using your upper body. And then you put the mixture on the tray. You might go back to the waltz then. And then you might stop waltzing and just rock forwards as you go into the oven. And you had that on two sides, didn't you? Yeah, great. Excellent. All right, so there's no right or wrong. It's only what you artistically decide and what feels good. So I'm going to let you two just do a little choreography there between the two of you, and I'll also work on mine and Rosemary's, okay? So you could do exactly what I did then or make up your own, yeah? But keep to your gestures you've already created. Okay, off you go.
Are we having
put the
music?
on for you just to help you with the flow. Woohoo! Lovely. Beautiful. Beautiful. Okay, here comes mine. You can follow me if you like. And rosemaries. It's hysterical, isn't it? Okay, lovely. Fantastic. So it's amazing, isn't it, how you can fit any type of theme into a waltz. But let's calm ourselves down a little bit now. And just a very, very slow waltz. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down. Good. And you might go forwards, up, back, up, forwards, up, back, up, forwards, up, back, up, forwards, up. Let's go on the other side. Forwards, up, back, up, forwards, up, back, up. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, down, up, down, up. Good. And let's just do a very slow walk, leading with our toes. Yep, so you lead with your toes, so the decision to move forward starts at your hip, yep? So think about dropping down in the heel, starting with the toe. Toe ball heel, toe ball heel, toe ball heel. Making sure that your weight, your torso is ahead of your feet. That's it. So your torso is ahead of your feet. And at the same time, your chest is lifting up and out to the stars. Yeah, like King Louis the 15th or 14th. He said he was the sun god. Yeah. So you're lifting your chest up and out. Like you own the world. Well, we do. We have to take care of the world, don't we?
Mm.
Lovely. And finding your way back down to the chair in your own time. And remembering how we sit on our chair. So, feet either side of your hips and leaning forward with the head, back with the hips, and relaxing down. Yes, do have a drink or whatever. Goodness me, that time went so quickly, didn't it? Shake everything out, nice and loose in the shoulders. Good, up and down in the shoulders. And shaking out the elbows and the wrists and the fingers. Lovely. And the hips, knees, and just tapping the toes on the floor. That's it. Great. And a little spiral with the spine. So you twist to the side, and unfold the arm. Yeah, so elbows up, and unfold the arm. And again, 1, 2 and 3. Unfold. 1, 2, and unfold. Good. So this is a lovely stretch across the abdominals, right across the intestines. Lovely. Okay. So if you do have a candle, we can light this now. So I've got my candle going at the back. For any people that you think may need it. I mean, my dad's pretty much out of the woods now, which is great, but you know, he can always do with extra lovely energy put his way. And Peter, you can too, of course. We'll keep sending lots of energy to you as well. Oh, here comes Helen. Beautiful. Great. So let's focus in on relaxing now. So how can you sink into the chair? Just think about your skeleton, your sitting bones, going deep into the chair and down to the earth like tree roots. Good, and you might have your shoulders and your spine up against the back of the chair. And just gently allowing the shoulders to drop and dropping into your own breath of life. We might place our hands on our chest. Sometimes it's nice to also place one hand just below the navel, so you get this connection between your chest and your lower abdomen. Yeah. We're going to breathe in, expanding, and then breathing out, contracting. So breathe in, let the chest and ribs expand, and when you breathe out, allow the lower back and the lower abdomen to contract. So expand it all and then contract it. And once more, breathing in and breathing out. So we breathe in and make the sound. Om. Lovely. And the next one, nice and wide. I. And the next one going up. Shrim. Right up to the top of the head. Now we go from the top of the head, the crown. Aum Mein Shrim. To your forehead. Aum Mein Shrim. To your eyelid. Aum Mein Shrim. Change. Aum Mein Shrim. To your ear. Aum Mein Shrim. Change ears. Aum Mein Shrim. To your cheekbone. Aum Mein Shrim. To your other cheekbone. Aum Mein Shrim. So feel the sound in your nostril. Aum Mein Shrim. Other nostril. Aum Mein Shrim. Top of the lip. shrim. Bottom of the lip. Mein shrim. Your tongue on the top row of teeth. Tongue on the lower row of teeth. The tip of your tongue on the roof of your mouth. And a big deep cough from your belly out through your mouth. Good. To the chin. Mein shrim. And to your throat. Mein shrim. And to your lungs. Mein shrim. Across to your shoulder. Mein shrim. Down to your elbow. Mein shrim. Down to your wrist. Mein shrim. To the base of your fingers. Mein shrim. To your fingertips. Mein shrim. Across to your other shoulder. Mein shrim. Down to your elbow. Mein shrim. Down to your wrist. Mein shrim. To the base of your fingers. Mein shrim. To your fingertips. Mein shrim. Good. And to your heart. Mein shrim. And to your stomach and liver. Mein shrim. And to your intestines. Mein shrim. And we might go to the lower dantian and send some to your prostate, Peter, and we will to our womb. Mein shrim. And across to your hip socket. Mein shrim. Down to your knee. Mein shrim. Down to your ankle. Mein shrim. To the base of your toes. Mein shrim. To your tippy toes. Mein shrim. Down the sole of your feet to your heel. Mind shrim. And up the back of the leg to under the knee. Mind shrim. Up the side of the leg to the hip. Mind shrim. And round the back of the pelvis. Mind shrim. And over to the other hip in front. Mind shrim. Down to the kneecap. Mind shrim. Down to the ankle. Mind shrim. Down to the base of the toes. Mind shrim. To the tippy toes. Mind shrim. Down the sole of the foot to the heel. Mind shrim. And up the back of the leg to under the knee. Mind shrim. And up the side of the leg to the hip joint. Mind shrim. Round the back of the pelvis. Mind shrim. And let's go in front to the navel. Mind shrim. And across to the side of the abdomen. Mind shrim. Over to the other side. Mind shrim. Around to the lower back and kidneys. Mind shrim. Let's move around to the front, starting at the base of the spine, the lower dantian, thinking of the colour red. Mind shrim. And up to the sacral plexus, the colour orange. Mind shrim. Up to the solar plexus, the colour yellow. Mind shrim. And up to the heart and lungs, the colour green. Mind shrim. And up to the neck, the colour blue. Mind shrim. Moving up to the forehead, the colour purple. Mind shrim. Right up to the top, beautiful crystal diamond. Mind shrim. Just casting all the colours of the light spectrum all around you. Mind shrim. Cocooning yourself in a lovely cocoon of all those colours of the spectrum. Mind shrim. And let's go up and over planet Earth. Mother Earth. Aum Mein Shrim. Going around the world and all the people and creatures. Aum Mein Shrim. And through all the oceans. Aum Mein Shrim. And around our country. Aum Mein Shrim. And our community. Aum Mein Shrim. And to our family. Aum Mein Shrim. And to each other. Aum Mein Shrim. And all our other friends in Dancing with Parkinson's. Aum Mein Shrim. And to yourself. Aum Mein Shrim. And one more. Aum Mein Shrim. Lovely. Thank you, Peter and Helen.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jackie.
You're welcome. That was a lovely session.
Oh,
And
it's amazing how we come up with these ideas every week. It's incredible.
It's good, isn't it?
I managed to get through till about the last 10 minutes of the dancing, which was the most exercise I've done for 8 days.
Wow.
It's good.
That's great. Yeah, I saw your energy drop. And I
Yes.
thought I better wind the class up.
Yes, so the surgeon says I'm not to ride the bike or go to the gym, or do any heavy lifting for a month.